I don't want to be a healer anymore. But how do I level up a class quickly? The thought of doing all that, it pisses me off. Ugh, I hate dungeons. Like, if I could play the game without doing them, I would never do one again. Where am I? That's literally why I stopped playing, is because... Oh shoot, I need to change my Twitch. I can't get past a dungeon. So I haven't done the patch story or whatever. The patch. Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? So should I try to beat the other Axon? Yes, but they suck. The trust. I mean, I usually play that, but like keeping them alive is hard. Which Axon did we do? I don't remember. Because I want to do the opposite one. I tried to watch some videos, but it was boring listening to them. I did this one. Okay, let's try to go over here.
Let us get wet.
Oh, I can't dive yet. Are you sure I didn't do this one? Okay, let me make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the one I did. I just want to like bash things. Like, I don't want to think about spells and stuff. It's harder. Okay, we can try this one. Let's get rid of something. Ooh, all of my stuff is good. Feels medium. Consumes foretell. There's nothing I want to get rid of though. So does this mean I can pick more Luminas because I have this many amount of points? Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh, see, I haven't even spent any. Okay. Oh, I did give her. She has a bob. No. My weapons are level, like around level 10. Should I try to level them more? I need to find I need to go to the gestural village maybe to get some. I don't know if I do. Let me see. I have 31. Okay, let me just go to camp and see what happens. What I need to do is get actually good at the game and know how to parry. I saw someone parrying in a TikTok. It seems so easy for them. Resplendent. This one? I need resplendent chroma catalyst. Where the fuck do I get that? I have to like farm this shit. Like you have to, you can't just buy it. Okay, it says go to Visages, go left in the Sadness Vale, fight the four-legged enemy. We're right here. Okay. Looks like I gotta go in here. Go left in the Sadness Vale. Oh, there's no map in here. Oh, maybe it means in there. What happened? Oh, I can't go there yet. It said get the fuck out. What is that? Ew, what was that? I think that's the thing I have to fight. Okay.
A bit of violence, yes.
Let us stain them. Look out! Lune, attention! Chroma is flowing.
Your turn to shine.
Oh, okay, I got some chroma catalyst. But I only got one. And a new weapon. I guess maybe I can farm it. I rest. Okay, let's add that skill. What abilities? Plentiful Harvest deals medium single target physical damage. Medium single target physical damage. I don't know. These. Maybe I should take off this one, Harvest. Okay, let's see if he reset.
I know they're Nevrons, but witnessing the sorrow of others, I can't help but feel for them.
A noble but tremendously fatal impulse.
I hate the fucking gradient.
Your turn to shine. A bit of violence, yes?
Well. I'm ready.
A bit of violence, yes?
Ready ready to evade.
Your fate is sealed.
I'm waiting.
Lovely feet.
Prepare to meet your end. Here we go. Lady Luck's smiling today.
It likes you.
Yes, more chroma catalyst. I guess we're just farming for now. Wrong way.
Eyes don't lie.
Your turn to shine.
A storm is coming. Here's your card.
Your turn to dance. Sweet taste of battle.
Yeah. Okay, let me do it one more time. Okay, I'll watch it once we go back to camp.
Lightning strike! Lune, attention! Watch out, Minoko.
What lovely feet.
Chroma is flowing. Dodge, Sciel. A storm is coming. Prepare to meet your end.
Oops. Ew. Who are you reviewing, yourself? Damn, I should probably like farm for everyone. Cause that gave her power like a lot. Just say A plus, A plus, A plus. Okay, they all take this. Oh, true. Then they will expect better work. Let's go farm. We're just gonna be doing this because we need to get like our skills up. Why are none of my pictures coming up? Sorry guys, I had to change my YouTube settings. Is this game actually good? I think it's pretty good. The storyline's really good. Okay, let's go farm some more chroma catalysts because I need to get these weapons up. But now we know where to get them, so... Okay, should be right here. Did we not reset? What? But how am I gonna beat the Axon? I need to beat it soon so I can progress.
Damien. It's locked on you. Careful now.
That's not gonna happen. Oh, I said I would watch the video and I forgot. Okay, let's just beat this guy.
Brace yourselves.
Okay, let me look up the thing.
Hello.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes is an open door to new
Don't
TurboTax
remind me.
stores.
Hello there.
This doesn't even look like the same game.
Friends, and welcome. Today we have another very powerful Expedition 33 build. This time it's all about Sciel, the goddess of fate. Sciel for me is the ultimate true must-have party member. She has the quite unique and very OP ability of stun locking bosses into oblivion, that is, she can constantly push back the turn of bosses and tough enemies as early as Act 1, to prevent them from taking even a single action as the rest of your party obliterates them, because she's not only stun locking bosses, she's also pushing the turn of your other allies forward, granting them more turns and preventing enemies from doing anything at all. No matter if you are on Act 1 on Expert, Act 2, even Act 3. But of course Sciel can do even more, because at the same time as she stun lock enemies, she can also deal great amounts of damage.
Wait, you can change the order? I didn't know that.
Hitting the damage cap as early as Act 1. And of course it only gets better and better from there, for even the classic million's worth of damage in Act 3. Plus she's amazing at buffing as well, with the unique ability of doubling the damage output of any ally of choice and providing them with even more turns. So without further ado, let us get into our Sciel Infinite Turns Boss Stunlocker build. First, let us cover the best skills for Sciel. Just like with my Mael build, I'll cover them in the order you should pick them from the start of the game, as if leveling her up when you first recruit her. Ideally, you absolutely wanna rush for Delaying Slash, her most OP skill, and one of the best ones in the game. For that, however, you'll first need Marking Card, which you'll never really use, followed by Bad Omen. It has some minor uses as an
I
area
use
of
that all the
effect
time.
skill for normal encounters, but you'll soon outgrow it. Then we can finally pick the highly powerful Delaying Slash, her strongest skill. Delaying Slash will deal medium single target damage for 2 hits using her weapon's elements. Most importantly, it will consume Foretell, even just one Foretell is enough, to increase the damage, and here's the best part: delay the enemy's turn. What this means is Sciel will attempt to push
I don't even have that.
the enemy's turn backwards. The truly ultimate and cheesy overpowered part about this skill, however, is the fact it will stack with itself. What this means is, if you have enough turns on Sciel and enough speed, the more you use this skill, the more you'll push the enemy's turn back. So essentially, if you can, for example, act twice before the enemy, and you have enough AP to keep your combos going, you will keep pushing their turn back again and again and again, while they are completely unable to react at all. Plus, of course, while you are doing this, you are also indirectly pushing your other ally's turn forward, thus providing them with a lot more actions and the damage you need to destroy the enemy before they can do anything. Remember, you get this as early as Act 1. And of course, in the How to Play section, I'll explain how to use it to the best effect possible, so you can just loop it back and forth. Speaking about enhancing the power of our Delaying Slash, what you want next is Card Weaver.
Okay, let me get the Delaying Slash. Can I reset at camp, or do I have to go find a little thing? Okay, I'd rather go to camp, because ew, did you hear that? Okay, we got Delaying Slash. Wow, I can't believe I didn't have that. Well, I can actually, but
For that, you'll first need Rush, which is rather useless. Increasing your character's speed is nice, but you have ways of doing this automatically through passives. Followed by Spectral Sweep, you'll never use it. It doesn't really consume Foretell, so the damage will be low. Then Dark Cleansing. You also won't really be using this, but it does have some minor uses in that it doesn't cost an AP, something very unique for a skill. But honestly, what you really want is Card Weaver. Card Weaver is Sciel's main extra turn skill. You deal low single target physical damage with 1 hit.
Card Weaver. Yeah, because I only have 8 points. Which one did he say, like, I'm never gonna use? So I can change it with Card Weaver. I think it was Rush.
And will propagate and spread the target's foretell to all enemies. What it doesn't tell you here is that when you have Sciel's best weapon, which can be found as early as Act 1, if you have the Chatillon weapon and use this skill, you will not only immediately apply 10 foretell to one enemy of choice, which is the maximum outside of her Twilight status, but also at the very same time, spread it to all the other enemies. Remember, it is an extra turn skill, so you can use this and during the extra turn, immediately combine it with the Lane Slash. So the Lane Slash will be at full power by consuming the foretell you just applied with Card Weaver and your Chatillon weapon for increased damage and of course delaying the enemy's turn. Now as far as the Lane Slash, I don't think it matters how many foretell the enemy has. From what I've tested, even if they only have one foretell, is enough to apply the secondary effect of delaying their turn. But the more the better to increase its damage, of course. Last but not least, Card Weaver is a Sun skill, which means during this combo, since you'll get a Sun charge from Card Weaver, then immediately follow up with a Moon charge from the Lane Slash.
Hold on, I wasn't paying attention.
With one hit, and will propagate and spread the target's foretell to all enemies. What it doesn't tell you here is that when you have Sciel's best weapon, which can be found as early as Act 1, if you have the Chatillon weapon and use this skill, you will not only immediately apply 10 foretell to one enemy of choice, which is the maximum outside of her Twilight status, but also at the very same time, spread it to all the other enemies. Remember, it is an extra turn skill, so you can use this and during the extra turn, immediately combine it with the Lane Slash. So the Lane Slash will be at full power by consuming the foretell you just applied with Card Weaver and your Chatillon weapon for increased damage and of course delaying the enemy's turn. Now as far as the Lane Slash, I don't think it matters how many foretell the enemy has. From what I've tested, even if they only have one foretell, is enough to apply the secondary effect of delaying their turn. But the more the better to increase its damage, of course. Last but not least, Card Weaver is a Sun skill, which means during this combo, since you'll get a Sun charge from Card Weaver, then immediately follow up with a Moon charge from the Lane Slash, at the next turn Sciel will immediately enter Twilight status, so in just one turn, you can have her at full maximum power. And honestly, these skills are so good when combined for a best weapon that you can kinda just rely on them forever until Act 3. But there are some other nice skills you can go for.
Just one more screenshot, and this SOP is finally done. What the
Starting with Firing Shadow, her main area of effect skill.
Okay, I can't get any more skills. Should I even bother? Or let's see.
For that you need Harvest, which can heal her, but isn't really necessary when you are delaying enemies' turns forever. Searing Bomb can have some utility when combined with a character that can apply Burning, like Lune, but once again you just automatically apply 10 foretell to all enemies with Card Weaver. Then we can pick Firing Shadow. Firing Shadow is
Oh wait,
very
I might be
nice.
able to get it actually. I might be able to get it. I think he also said marking car was useless.
enemies, because it has a similar combo. It deals low dark damage to all enemies for 3 hits, is a moon skill, which means it also consumes 4 tel per hit for increased damage. You can probably guess where I'm going with this, but indeed you can just go for Card Weaver to provide Sciel with an extra turn and apply 10 tel to all enemies. Then follow it up with a Firing Shadow, amazing on normal enemy encounters because you then don't need to delay their turns, and of course it will blow them up with a huge area of effect nuke as early as Act 1. After that, you have 2 other useful skills that are kinda optional but can still work. Plentiful Harvest is nice, in that you can refresh the AP of your allies by a lot. This will consume all 4 tel on an enemy to give 1 AP for a party member for each 4 tel consumed.
Okay,
It
I don't
is
have
actually
enough
split between your
for
allies,
that
which
one.
means if, for example, you apply 24 tel to an enemy, the maximum, and you use Plentiful Harvest, your whole party will pretty much gain 9 AP back. At 10 tel, the benefit is much lower, around 3 to 4 AP for each ally. What I'm saying is, it can be good, it's just that once again, looping your delaying slash for boss encounters or just going for Firing Shadow on normal enemies is a much better way of spending your AP as far as metagaming and min-maxing. Besides that, you can also go for Phantom Blade even earlier if you want, before you get Firing Shadow. Phantom Blade is only here because it is Sciel's main skill and way of breaking the enemies. It's here just in case because you can of course use another ally to break enemies like Gustav or Verso.
I think I have enough for Phantom Blade. Let me check.
Intervention is also something you can consider only towards the middle of the second chapter, by then you'll have enough points for all of this. Now let us cover the best stats for our Infinite Turn Sciel build. Agility, of course, will be the most important one, especially in Sciel's case. And you'll want to rush for 70 agility as soon as possible. The reason is simple. When Sciel uses her delaying slash, at the very least you'll want her next turn to be pushed forward in the order, while at the same time delaying the boss's turn, of course. This way, you can of course just do the lane slash again and keep stacking it.
$70? Okay, I'll do 60. Because I didn't have 99 like how he did.
As you constantly push the boss's turn back, while at the same time pushing the turns of, let's say, your slower allies forward in turn order, so they also get more actions. But Sciel, of course, is the most important one because she is the one enabling this in the first place. After 70 agility...
Oh, he had 227. I thought he had 99.
Diminishing speed returns, go with luck instead for higher criticals and more speed. Now, Act 3 is when things kinda change. So her special best weapon scales with luck and also vitality. Luck is nice because you'll have it maxed out anyways for the best critical chance and speed. Vitality, of course, is not really that needed, especially when you are, preventing bosses and enemies from ever acting. But if you wanna have the highest damage with Sciel possible, on Act 3 anyways, you can also anymore. So yes, you could safely ignore agility, and respect should have max luck, max vitality, and also max might. Only if you want her to have the best damage. Otherwise, you know, just keep to luck, agility, and vitality.
So don't even put stuff in the other ones? I thought you had to put it all in.
Now let us cover.
Okay, so vitality, agility, and luck. We're probably gonna have to do 30, 30, 30. Like that?
Just keep to luck, agility, and vitality. Now let us cover the best weapons, Pictos and Lumina for Sciel chapter by chapter, starting with Act 1. Honestly, Shotgun is the best weapon choice by far. It is so good that you might as well consider it the best for the whole game, that's how powerful this weapon is. And it is also the enabler of your most powerful combos. All because of its first ability at level 4. Sun skills always apply 10 Foretell. What this means is, any Sun skill will apply 10 Foretell, which also means, of course, your very own Card Weaver skill, as it is a Sun skill. It will not only apply 10 Foretell, but at the same time provide you an extra turn, which of course is super busted because you can then follow it up with a delaying slash, as I just mentioned before. This not only lets you stun lock the bosses forever, but also highly increase your damage. There is just no comparison whatsoever with any other weapon, because well, this does everything. Now it does have the downside of doubling all damage you take. This might seem dangerous, but look, who cares? That's the real question, because come on. When you are looping the lane slash, nothing is ever attacking anyone in your party, including Sciel, including even super tough enemies on expert mode early. So who cares once again? The only sad part is the level 10 and 20 abilities for Shotgun are kinda poor, but it doesn't matter because the level 4-1 is so much busted. Now, what if they ever nerf Shotgun or prevent it from working with, let's say, Card Weaver? Who knows? You might also consider going with Range Sun in the first chapter. This one has a very powerful life-stealing ability. You'll recover 5% health per Foretell applied, which of course means when you use something like her starter focus Foretell skill, you'll immediately restore 25% of your health, which is a lot considering, well, it's essentially something added for free to your combos. As far as Pictos, it is all about you'll immediately restore 10 and 20 abilities for Shotgun are kinda poor, but it doesn't matter because the level 4-1 is so much busted. Now, what if they ever nerf Shotgun or prevent it from working with, let's say, Card Weaver? Who knows? You might also consider going with Range Sun in the first chapter. This one has a very powerful life-stealing ability. You'll recover 5% health per Foretell applied, which of course means when you use something like her starter focus Foretell skill, you'll immediately restore 25% of your health, which is a lot considering, well, it's essentially something added for free.
My boyfriends, they can be even bigger.
To your combos. As far as Pictos, it is all about speed. you might as well give all the highest speed
Don't worry
pictures to
about it.
Ciel the earliest. As far as Ciel's Luminas, you absolutely want to focus into all of the most powerful plus AP boosting talents, especially Energizing Start 1, 2, and 3. The reason is quite simple. You want to go into Card Weaver, followed by the Lane Slash as early as
curses.
the very first turn of battle. This is, however, quite AP expensive, around
Wait, he's talking about skills? Yeah.
8 AP. When you have all the 3 line of Energizing Start talents, however, you can do that just fine, even on turn 1. For the second turn, it doesn't matter because Ciel will recover AP, all of her AP back anyways, by virtue of having a Sun Charge and using the Lane Slash. But it's all about the most powerful Alpha Strike possible. Remember, you can get Energizing Start 1, 2, 3, even as early as you recruit Ciel. Now, because Energizing Start 3 is quite expensive, Lumina-wise at 15 points, I recommend you actually equip this one as a Pictos than the other ones you use by paying the
I know I have Dodger. I know I have... That's it. That's all I know.
Lumina cost.
Oh, I think I have Energizing Start. Let me see. Let me see. I have Energizing Break. Oh, I do have Energizing Start. What else did he say? Dodger? Energizing Start. He said Dodger. Critical Burn. SOS Shell. Okay. Let's do that one. She already looks way better than even Lune, because look. Her health is almost up to Minoko's.
Besides that, you'll of course want First Strike is a must-have on any party member, because without it, you aren't acting twice before a boss battle. The only other Lumina passive effect you need in Act 1 is Critical Burn, because it's always useful for higher critical chance, but Ciel, even in Act 1, can hit for the damage cap on the Lane Slash even without a critical. Which also means you shouldn't be afraid of equipping something like Confident, because it does provide high speed and critical rate. She doesn't need to heal when, enemies aren't attacking her at all, because you prevent them from doing that.
Peter Pan here. You know, I thought growing up would be the worst. Bills, responsibility.
Why does he look like AI?
Now let us cover the best Chapter 2 options. Well, as I mentioned before, Chation is still the best. Unless they ever nerf it, you don't really need anything else. But something else you can pick at this point is the very useful Sadon weapon. This is one of her best defensive weapons, as it will constantly give her shields. Shields of course are amazing because they fully absorb 1 hit per shield. And on her turn start, Sciel will gain a shield if she has at least 1 Sun Charge active, which of course has amazing synergy with her Card Weaver ability. As you use Card Weaver, you'll have 1 Sun Charge, get an extra turn from it, and get 1 shield. The only downside of Sadon is that under Twilight, she won't be getting any Sun Charges, so she won't get shields. But once her Twilight status ends, she'll get more and more and more. It also has some other properties that synergize well with shields, as you'll get to apply 5 Foretell on enemies that break shields, of any ally by the way. Lastly, +2 Sun Charges on counterattacks, which is nice when you go against jump or gradient attacks, which are easy to parry and counterattack than normal hits. For Sciel's equipped Act 2 Pictos, it's once again mostly about speed and critical hit. Mostly speed. Thing is, because you have more Lumina points, you don't necessarily need to equip the Pictos
I'm hoping the way I set it up, I don't have to think.
for their actual passive effects. Rather just get them through Lumina instead. For the best Luminas, the most important one in Act 2 is Energizing Turn.
You have to change your Luminas in Act 2?
Which increases her AP by +1 whenever her turn starts. Of course, she'll get a lot of turns by constantly applying Card Weaver. So essentially you're getting 2 AP for every new turn, including extra turns. This way you won't need Energizing Start 3 and 4. So just keep to the first and second variants. Besides that, you absolutely want Auto Rush and also the Greater Rush upgrade, as to truly increase your CL speed.
Okay, I think how Sciel is. I think she's good. For now. Maybe let's do Luna next.
Hello there friends and welcome. Today we have yet another amazing Expedition 33 build. And now it's finally time for Lune, everyone's favorite mage. Lune is definitely one of the strongest characters in the game. She has amazing, extreme damage potential with very powerful combos that you can achieve.
I'm not gonna use her. Okay, the only thing is, I wonder if I should learn Verso, because it seems like he's pretty powerful. I'm just thinking, like, I like Minoko. I like Sciel. My third character. Who should I learn? Yeah, I guess I should learn everyone. It's just too much.
Achieve as early as Act 1. What this means is you'll easily get to not only one-shot entire enemy packs and also powerful enemies regardless of where you are at in the game, including of course the ability of one-shotting the toughest enemy of the game on expert mode through multiple ways even, because her skills are that good. With even the unique ability of supporting your party by highly increasing the damage of all allies in what's essentially double their damage by making every single thing they do, including Lune herself, chain secondary strikes for maximum damage potential. And as if all that was not enough, Lune can also debuff enemies and even support your party with healing. So without further ado, let us get into our Lune Stormlord one-shot build.
I like the sound of that.
First, let us begin with the best skills for Lune as if you had just recruited her at the start. And you absolutely want to rush for Wildfire first. That takes Thunderfall, we'll never be using it. Then we can pick Wildfire even earlier.
Wildfire.
Wildfire will be your most important area of effect spell until around the middle of the second chapter. It deals medium fire damage to all enemies for one hit. The extra burn is amazing for increasing the critical chance of all of your party even early, plus of course dealing more damage to enemies at the start of their turn. After that you wanna go below Thunderfall. First with Electrify, it's a great skill but you'll only be using it later. Then we can finally at long last pick Mayhem. Mayhem will be Lune's best way of dealing loads of damage very early in the game.
Mayhem.
It deals high elemental damage for each stain Lune currently has, and can also break the enemy if 4 stains are consumed. Ideally, you'll always want to cast it with 4 stains for the maximum amount of damage. It is a very cheap skill at 3 AP only as well for all the damage it can potentially do. Most importantly, Lune will have access to a very powerful weapon in Act 1 that will apply 1 random elemental stain per free aim shot on the enemy. Which means of course, with 4 AP you can fire at the enemy 4 times, then with 3 extra AP, cast Mayhem all in the same turn, for a total of 7 AP and loads of potential damage. Mayhem is of course amazing, but we want even more power, so now it's time to pick Elemental Trick. Elemental Trick is one of her best skills as it is the starter key piece of her most powerful combos.
I never used that one.
It deals low single target, ice, fire, lightning and earth damage for 4 strikes. So 1 strike of
It was this one, Elemental Trick?
each element. The best part is critical hits will generate the corresponding elemental stain. In Expedition 33 you can easily acquire 100% critical chance, even as early as Act 1. And of course I'll provide you with ways of doing that in the how to play section. But essentially, if you have 100% crit chance, then cast Elemental Trick. Lune will now have 1 different elemental stain for each element, which of course means she can then spend it on something else for maximum power. And this is why we are now picking Elemental Genesis, one of Lune's strongest skills and definitely the best one, the earliest.
Is this how I need everything explained to me? He never said what that weapon was though, right?
Elemental Genesis will do extreme damage to all enemies for 8 hits, so it's a massive nuke, both single and area of effect. The only limitation is that it can only be cast if you actually have one different elemental stain for each element. And well, guess what? That is what our elemental trick with 100% critical chance is for. So you cast elemental trick, and then on the next turn, or the same turn even if you have an extra turn, you can follow it up with an elemental genesis as you obliterate the entire enemy pack, including even bosses. And by the way, this can all be done as early as Act 1 as well, which is part of what makes Lune so powerful. Both Elemental Trick, Mayhem and Genesis are amazing of course, but you have to understand, they do suffer from one major limitation, and that is the fact, if the enemy absorbs one element, well, your Elemental Trick will kind of fumble, because you will then not be able to generate all the 4 different elemental stains, which of course means you cannot follow up with an Elemental Genesis, at least not on the same turn. Thankfully, most enemies in this game, including story bosses, and even most tough optional enemies, don't really absorb fire, earth, lightning, or cold. But for those enemies, and as a way of overcoming this limitation, well, this is why now it's time to finally focus into Lune's highly powerful lightning damage skills. The beauty about her lightning skills is that they all have the same property of doubling the amount of initial hits if you get a critical hit. And once again, just like with Elemental Trick, it is very easy to achieve 100% consistent criticals in this game even early. The only true limitation of her lightning skills is that, well, something like Mayhem and Elemental Genesis deals much higher base damage, right? It's extreme damage for Genesis and high damage for Mayhem. Meanwhile, something like Electrify is low damage, the same for, let's say, her Stormcaller skill, which is medium. This is why I'm actually saving her lightning skills for now, because at this point, you'll mostly be around Chapter 2. What this means is, you will be able to start accumulating lots of extra.
So Electrify, I think I have that one. Yeah. Okay, all I can get right now is a lightning dance. So we'll add this one. And we're good with her. I think now we just need to upgrade her attributes. So let's see what he says.
Extra damage bonuses, all of which stack additively in this game. So you will be able to hit the damage cap with even low damage stuff like Electrify, for loads of potential damage. Which also makes these skills that I'll cover now much better than, let's say, Elemental Genesis, at least during Chapter 2 when you are still limited by the damage cap. Anyways, the first one is Electrify, and you already picked that before to access Mayhem. Electrify can deal up to 6 entire hits if you get critical hits, and it's low single target lightning damage. The best part is, the cost is extremely low. It's actually Lune's, well, cheapest skill of them all, only 1 AP. And at this point you will have a weapon that makes it cost 0, so essentially nothing, you are casting it for free. So you'll basically actually be gaining AP by casting it, because you gain AP on every turn, of course. And this will be her cheapest way of multiple damage cap hits at Chapter 2. After that, you want to follow it up with Lightning Dance, another one of Lune's highest damage skills. This can do 12 entire hits of pure high lightning damage if you get criticals. Most importantly, it will consume an earth, fire and ice stain for greatly increased damage, which is part of what makes this skill so powerful damage-wise. And just like with Elemental Genesis, you can and should first cast Elemental Trick, which will generate all the stains to be consumed by Lightning Dance, so that you'll deal 12 hits at maximum damage. Capable of one-shotting even the toughest enemy in the game, just like that on Expert mode. Lastly, we want Stormcaller, another one of her best skills for extreme damage, even party-wide damage. What Stormcaller does, as far as its most powerful property, is that whenever the enemy suffers any attack, no matter if it's a shot, a normal attack, or skill damage with multi-hits, by any ally, including Lune herself, well, that skill or attack will proc a secondary lightning strike that will deal damage based on Lune's own damage. And that can also be a critical based on her critical chance, which of course will be maxed. This skill is what essentially makes Lune the strongest damage dealer in Act 2. I mean, she won't do as high damage as Verso, let's say, with my machine gun build for him, but she will be the main enabler of the ultimate damage for all of your party members. Because when you have someone like Verso shooting numerous amounts of times per round, higher than 20, 30, 40 even, and each of these strikes is generating a second strike that will be either at the damage cap or close enough to it, well, you are essentially doubling your damage. Even in Act 3, although the lightning strike won't deal as high damage as the actual attack or skill you're using, it is still extra damage, and it does add up quite nicely. But for Act 2, it is the best way of getting damage with Lune. So you begin with, let's say, Stormcaller, follow it up with Electrify or Lightning Dance, and the enemies will just melt, literally. And by the way, as far as the high cost on these skills, you will have a weapon that reduces it later anyways. Now after you finish our Lightning skill set, what you want is her ultimate damage skill, Hell. That does cost a lot of points, which is why I'm saving it for last. Ideally, you should only pick this in Act 3, especially because this skill only shines when you can actually break the damage cap. We need Fire Rage, you won't be using it, then we can finally pick Hell at 10 points. Hell will deal very high fire damage for 5 burn per hit at 2 hits, against all enemies. By itself, Hell won't really do much, however it is when you actually consume these stains that you'll get the maximum damage possible, and once again, you can easily generate the stains needed, well, by going through the same combo as before. Cast Elemental Trick first, and follow it up with Hell for maximum damage, except at this point, you will always have dual turns from the Cheater passive. Even though Hell is very costly at 9 AP, well, at this point you also have enough ways of increasing her AP to the max. Now, just as a quick note, what about other skills for Lune? You don't actually need any of these other skills, especially when you already have, such powerful combos with Mayhem, Elemental Trick, and Genesis even early, but they can still help if you want. For example, her healing skills like Healing Light. This can be picked early, after you get Wildfire. The thing with healing is, it's not necessary at all in this game past the very early game, especially if you're going with my builds. The only truly great thing with healing skills in this game is that you do have some passives like Energizing Heal for lots of AP, also Accelerating Heal for buffing your allies. You also have other buffs that apply on heal automatically, that, well, you can kinda use healing skills as a way of buffing your allies and granting them more AP.
Did he say
It's the
anything
same
about
logic for
attributes yet?
Now let us cover the best stats for our Lune one-shot Stormlord build. Agility, as always, is the best one. You absolutely want to focus into it the earliest. And as usual, 70 agility is enough. You can dump the rest of points into luck for Act 1 and 2. In the case of Lune, it's even better because if she's getting dual turns before an enemy at the start of battle, of course that is how she can get, let's say, her Elemental Genesis combo going even early. If you want her to get maximum critical chance as early as Act 1, be sure to increase your luck slightly so long as you have at least 25% critical chance. For Act 2, however, 50% base criticals will be enough for 100% through passives. Now what about Act 3? The main difference is that then, you can just for 100% through passives.
What?
Want her to get maximum critical chance as early as Act 1, be sure to increase your luck slightly so long as you have at least 25% critical chance. For Act 2, however, 50% base criticals will be enough for 100% through passives.
50% critical? I don't know what that means. And then the rest in agility? But then she's gonna have no health. Okay, what should I put my skills in? Agility and luck half and half? And then vitality? Bro, I'm not taking her into battle with 500 health. I think this is good.
Now what about Act 3? The main difference is that then, but if you go with something else, well, just focus on the best scaling stats for your desired weapon, for the maximum damage in Act 3. Now let's cover the best Act 1 gear and weapon choices for Lune. Trebuchet is by far the best weapon for her at this chapter, because of its unique ability of generating a random elemental stain on free aim shot, which of course. Now what about Act 2 options for the best weapons? Well, at the beginning you might as well just skip to Trebuchet. However, around the middle of Act 2 is when you want to upgrade it into the Minarim, her main weapon for maximum lightning damage, because of course this is when your lightning spells will start shining.
The Minorim? Damn, I need to level this shit up. Okay, that's all I got for now.
The Minarim first makes all of your lightning skills cost -1 lightning elemental trick first. Act 2 Pictos is the same logic, speed and critical, and stuff you wanna spare Lumina points for. Speaking about Lumina, Act 2 opens up a lot more damage options, but ideally,
Okay, I don't really have any of these.
You absolutely want to rush for at death's door.
All right. Next person. Stop there and try out my skills. Okay, let's go back and see how we do with these new builds. It's already 9.
A storm is coming.
Time to lead.
He absorbed one, I think.
Here we go.
Oh, I didn't crit. Maybe. I don't know.
I see you. Look out. Thunder. Crack! Take your shot. cards have spoken. I saw your future.
Well, that was quicker. I don't know, Lune. Maybe it was her weapon. I don't know.
Let us stain them. Elements, converge! Dominion.
I didn't see anything. I'm confused. So, like, it doesn't always give you every one? Okay.
The cards have spoken. Prepare to meet your end.
Your turn to dance.
Lune, attention! Chroma is flowing. Elements, converge! Full death.
Now it gave it all. Okay, at least this is it. This boss fight went from medium hard to like easy now, so that's good. That means we're getting somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna hit him one more time.
What lovely
So I do card weaver first, I think.
Oh well.
Do I just keep doing card weaver?
Thunder.
Sweet taste of battle.
Okay.
I'm ready. Watch out, Minoko. Let us stain them. Prepare to meet your end. Hey.
The sweet taste of battle.
Oh my god, I did not need to do that.
I feel better.
Oh, I forgot about the free stain. I feel like the enemies are never gonna be burned, so is this even worth it? How do I know which ones I need to learn? Oh.
us get wet.
Okay, let's find some people to kill. Oh! I didn't realize that was something.
That's more like it.
Elements converge. Deal me in. I see you.
Sweet taste of battle.
I'm ready. Ready to evade. Dodge, Sciel. Prepare to meet your end. I saw your future. A storm is coming.
The sweet taste of battle.
Take cover! Elements converge. The cards have spoken.
Oh no, I don't have anything. Okay. Well, these enemies are significantly easier now, which is good. There's something in here. Where's the last one?
an advantage.
Bro, why are you telling me that now? Where's the last one? There it is.
Interesting.
Redolin?
A storm is coming.
It likes you. It likes you.
Ready?
Okay. That one sucked, but it still got the job done. Oh, hold on. I don't think we've gone this way, but we might be going backwards.
I'm ready.
Lovely feet.
Oh, I got a Picto, I think, or I learned it.
What have we here?
Oh, where did we come from? I'm already lost. Wait, what is that? What is that? How do we get over there? Should I get any of these? Algeron? Maybe I'll get this one. Oh, I already have this one. Yeah, I just noticed that. I just noticed that it had it next to it. Okay, how do I get to that thing though? Okay, let's see if we can.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Not today.
Watch out, Minoka.
Time to take risks. The cards have spoken. Time to take risks.
My, what lovely feet.
A storm is coming.
Bruh, she's dead. I have to bring her back. But I'll do it after.
Your turn to dance. Your turn to dance. Now's my favorite part.
I'm back. It's locked on you.
Your turn to shine.
Should I do Phantom Blade or Delaying Slash? I think Phantom Blade.
Danger! Brace yourselves. I'm ready.
Now the fun begins.
Let's push forward. Brace yourselves.
If I die, so be it. The cards have spoken.
I'd love a dance.
Let's push forward.
Bro, we're not gonna win this.
Prepare to meet your end. I'll do it.
Okay, we're definitely not gonna be able to beat the Axon yet. If I can't even beat her. You fought her at Act 3? Okay, well, now that we're like upgraded a little bit, next time we play, we should be able to fight the Axons, maybe. We'll try it. I might do the Monoko build and then I'll fight the Axon next time we play. Okay. I'm gonna end it here. Cause I'm sleepy. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Yeah, thanks for the help today. I feel like that put me in a good position where like I can actually do some damage now. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. Have a good rest of the week. And I'll be back Friday with some more Starfield. Good night.